Hey guys, it's Gamer Aiden, and today we are going to play some Stanley Parable. I'm just going to play the mod since I do not want to buy the full version on Steam. If you don't know, my name is Gamer Aiden, as in the intro. Also, I'm playing with the Xbox 360 controller. Very neat. We just have to punch in the the code so it can work to configure with this game. Anyways, let's get started, shall we?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor next to his desk, telling him what buttons to push. Push them.
Sorry.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on a monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and walked out into the hallway.
So smooth! Oh my gosh! Oh, I can't jump. Dang it.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge.
It's so neat.
He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I watched some gameplay. You can go with the funny one, like the funny ending, or there's many endings to this. So let's just go with the right one. I mean the left one. Let's do this story correct, and then I'll do some other parts of this until I finish every ending.
Stanley entered the lounge. He was horrified to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
Yeah, there's many endings.
Entering his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. It was at this point that he began to feel dizzy and a little sick, and even thought he might pass out when suddenly he noticed a keypad next to the filing cabinet in the corner of his boss's office. Stanley had never seen this panel before and had no idea what combination of numbers would produce any result. In fact, only Stanley's boss knew this, since the panel withheld access to the boss's greatest, darkest secret. And so he had assigned the keypad a combination that only he could possibly know. The number of his freshman dorm number in college. 1957. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. getting critical. By simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
They're just too lazy to put in like something, like a code, like a piece of paper that says a code or something.
As he drew deeper into the
really
bowels of the building,
funny.
Stanley had no idea where he was or what this place held. And just as he began to think he might not discover a thing, he emerged into a long room to find rows and rows of monitors, screens with a number above it. Stanley noticed, however, that these were not random numbers, but the number of employees who worked in the building, his co-workers. Even his own number, 427, had a place on the wall. But why a setup so elaborate, he asked. Was this simple surveillance, or something even more? And as if in answer to his question, the wall slid open before him, revealing the ultimate truth of the situation.
This way, so I gotta go for something. Something that you don't need to know about. I bring my cat in. Oh, he's awesome. Anyways, let's continue.
An enormous control panel Stanley discovered, but not one that controlled simple machinery. Buttons were labeled with emotions. Happy, sad. Levers and knobs controlled actions. Walking, eating, doing work, or watching TV. Every input on this device monitored not the functions of a machine, but of a human being. And the reality began to sink in. Stanley, like so many other people, reduced to images on a monitor, had been under someone's control, always at the mercy of this machine. Could this have been the only reason employee number 427 was content with his boring job? That a machine had altered his emotions to accept it blindly? He began to feel an unbridled rage, and at the peak of his anger, something happened. A spark. Stanley looked up and saw the generator overhead, still providing some small amount of power to the machine, keeping it alive. And knowing that this generator was all that kept the controls running, Stanley moved to the ladder in the back of the room and began to climb towards the rafters.
Come on. Come on, baby. Wow. Really? Ah, sorry. Frank, get out of my room. Don't jump on my keyboard again. Jeez.
The higher Stanley climbed, the closer he felt to freedom, the further from enslavement.
He scared me. Like a black cat just jumps right on your keyboard. It scares the heck out of you. Wait, can you duck? You can't duck. Yeah, there's so many endings. So, engage. I'm gonna go to disable. I'm not sure if this is correct, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh, jeez. It's actually dark. Oh, wait, I see something. A little something.
Blackness. Power gone. All alone.
Oh my god, it's... Hello. Hello.
As he stepped through the door into the fresh outside air, a feeling of liberation rushed through Stanley's body. He had seen power. He had seen enslavement, and he had destroyed it. The underling was in control now. He had found his leading role. Stanley never discovered why everyone had gone missing, nor how and when he had come under the machine's control. But it didn't upset him terribly, because he knew that this was how things were meant to happen. All he felt was a delight unlike any he had ever known before. Never again would he follow someone else's orders without question. Never again would anyone tell Stanley when Stanley decides for himself now. And he stepped out into the world, and he felt the cool breeze upon his skin, and Stanley was happy.
Sorry, skipped a little bit there. Anyways, I literally put my foot against like the table pole, and I could feel the vibration from the TV screen, like the audio. Man, that's really loud. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and please leave a comment and a like, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye.